All right, Shalom Akim. I want to get into real quick things to come here in Babylon the Great, which is America. All right, and the downfall of America, which we know is by the ICBM missiles, as taught from our elders down. And you know, I'm gonna just go off Isaiah 14, and I'm gonna start off at verse. Let me start off at verse 12. Oh, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer? All right, Lucifer meaning light bearer. But we know if we go up to the beginning of the chapter, that really it's talking about the king of Babylon, Salakia. Here in verse 4, right. Thou shalt take up thy proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how hath the oppressor seized, the golden city seized? All right, so it's talking to the king of Babylon. Salakia, I don't know why it keeps doing that. I'm going to start off at 14. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. And that's what this Edomite man has been doing, pretending to be the Most High. And, you know, he's setting himself up in the clouds. He's watching over everybody. He's become the watcher, imitating Yahweh Bashem Yahushai that watches over his people. All right, but he oppresses his people. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble? All right, so it's talking about a man. It's not really talking about you know, a fallen angel, because there is no such thing as a fallen angel, right? Thus saith the prayer of the Most High, that will be done here on earth like it is in heaven. All right, so if he doesn't want wickedness to rule over, why would he allow it to happen? All right, so it says, yet thou shalt be brought down to hell. Salakia, let me read verse 14 again. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms? All right, and that's these Edomites that made the world as a wilderness, and pretty much is what he's been doing, man. All right, this world has been seen as a wilderness. All right, that's why this land isn't beautiful anymore, and now they got to go outside of this land to try and get those fruits, man, because this world, everything is tired of Esau already. All right, and destroy the cities thereof, that open not the house of his prisoners. All right, so he never opened the house of his prisoners, man. And who are those prisoners? It's you Israelites, you Jakes. All right, so I'm going to jump into Isaiah 47. Verse 1, come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. All right, which is Babylon the Great, like it says in Revelations. Sit on the ground. All right, so you're going to be humbled. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Like I was mentioning, this place isn't tender and delicate like it used to be, man. It's not flourishing like it used to be. It finally hit a slowing point where things are starting to decline now. All right, the fruit is much smaller than what it used to be. It's not as juicy. You know, the land isn't abundant and it's not giving out its fruits like it used to. So now they're seeking other places, but now these other nations are turning against Babylon the Great, the whore. All right, it says, there is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Take the millstones and grind meal, uncover thy locks, make the leg bare, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers. All right, so that's what America's been doing, passing over those rivers, man, because it's been made naked. All right, so from there we'll go to Ezekiel 28. You know, and I'm going to jump down in a minute. It says, the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, all right, so this is Yahweh saying, Son of man, say unto the prince of Tyrus, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, because thy heart is lifted up, and thou hast said, I am God, I sit in the seat of God in the midst of the seas, yet thou art a man, all right, and not a God. So these Edomites thinking that there's some type of deity, some type of God, when in reality they're not, man. All right, they're pretending to be like the Most High. That doesn't mean that they are. All right, so let me jump. So like, let me finish up 2 and 3 and 4. I sit in this, because thine heart is lifted up, and thou hast said, I am God. I sit in the seat of God in the midst of the seas, yet thou art a man. All right, and that's where Babylon sits. Babylon sits in the midst of the seas, but now it's jumping over its own rivers, so it can go and go outside of its own place, so it can try and get that fruit, man, because this place is starting to be on decline. All right, and it says, and not God, thou art set thine heart as the heart of God. Behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. And Daniel was very wise, man. He was a very wise man. All right, there is no secret that they can hide from thee. All right, so this damn Edomite knows the truth, man. He knows the truth, and he's been hiding it. All right, you can't hide it from him, because he knows the truth. All right, trying to set himself like the Most High, but he's hiding it from you. With thy wisdom and thine understanding thou hast gotten thee riches, and hast gotten thee gold and silver into thy treasures. All right, and that's how these Caucasian men got rich. They got rich off of Jake. All right, they got rich by enslaving Jake. They got rich because they knew that the Most High turned against Jake. All right, let me jump down. Verse 9, I believe. Let me start at 8. They shall bring thee down to the pit, and thou shalt die the deaths of them that are slain in the midst of the seas. All right, so these people are gonna die by all kinds of causes, man. Like it states in the scriptures, you know, that like if you encountered a lion, and you flee from that lion, and you encountered a bear, and then you fled and you went into basically like a shed or a house, you know, and you put your hand on the wall, and that snake bit you. All right, there's gonna be no way that you're gonna escape the damnation and the judgment that is coming to you, Edomites. All right, so it says, they shall bring thee down to the pit, and thou shalt die the deaths of them that are slain in the midst of the sea. Wilt thou yet say before him that slayeth thee, I am a God? All right, so when the Most High is slaying you, are you gonna look up and say that you're a God, man, as you're being killed off? But thou shalt be a man and no God, and in the hand of him that slayeth thee thou shalt die the deaths of the uncircumcised by the hand of the strangers. For I have spoken it, saith Adonai Yahweh, the Lord Yahweh, the Most High. All right, so these are the words coming from the Most High, and we know that the words from the Most High is prophecy, it's spirit, and it's truth. All right, so I'm gonna play this real quick. You know, I watched this, and then I went back to this over here at the minute 1 mark, because it was beautiful what this man said. All right, let me play it out loud. Salakia.
George Galloway to discuss. George, what do you think is driving this? First of all, do you get a sense that in Europe and the UK as well, there's a sense of frustration about being tied to the US dollar?
Well, there's nothing so powerful as the power of an idea whose time has come. And the idea of breaking free of the hegemony of the US dollar is now everywhere, even in the most unlikely places. We've discussed before the foreign minister of Germany.
All right, Babylon the Great is going to be done away with, man. All right, thus saith Yahweh. That's why we are going to be, we are, the elect are, Salakia, the elect are the hopeful elect, all right? So we have to be hopeful until the end, enduring through all affliction, all right, staying strong and staying in the spirit, man. So with that, I want to say Shalom Akim. You know, as always, all blessings to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, Hashem Rokakwadash, Bad Babal, you know, death to Babylon. And, you know, peace and blessing to all the brothers out there pushing this work in sincerity and truth. All right, Shalom.